From the Star Wars movie, The Mandalorian and Grogu, the Imperial Outpost is pleased to present a new Kenner product, and it is the Imperial Remnant 80 RT with carded figure. Oh, this is going to be awesome. So, with that being said, cue that probe droid. Hey there, troopers. Welcome to the Imperial Outpost for another review. Always good to have you along. So, would you take a look at this? It's the new Kenner Imperial Remnant 80 RT vehicle from the film The Mandalorian and Grogu. Now, I know that one of these has previously come out. That was from the Clone Wars, but I'll pop a picture up to show you that was a real basic vehicle. Looking at this, there looks like a lot more articulation on it and a lot more detail. But we'll take a look at that when we get the box opened. Talking of the box, let's have a look and see what they've got on this box. Here you can see a nice depiction of the 80 RT with the driver as well, and we get a figure in here with the driver. Hopefully will be unpunched, and as you know, I will not be opening that. We will have a look at the figure, but I won't be opening that one. On the top, which I think is nice, we can see some nice depictions of the trooper and the vehicle there, which is nice, with the blasters coming out there, which I believe is included. Nice picture here of the contents, and obviously you've got the hanger there to hang it up if you so wish. Round the side here we can see a nice picture there, and looking at the back we've got the legal jargon down there. Picture of which you see in all these Kenner boxes of what comes in the package, and we've got a nice picture there as well showing you the Imperial Remnant driver up there. And just round the side there we have another picture there. On the bottom we can see that this vehicle, so about the light, that this vehicle does fold up really flat, which is very nice. Obviously that's how the trooper gets on and off the vehicle, so that's really good. And that is the packaging. So let's have a look at the contents. Okay, so here is the contents, and quite nicely packaged, and you can see here we have the blaster fire, we have the vehicle itself, we have the stand in here. Okay, we also have stuff down at the other part of the stand, and the figure. Look at that. Pop that out. That is a lovely figure. Look at that. Unpunched as well. Fantastic. So let me show you how the vehicle goes together. Okay, so before I assemble, let's take a look at each individual part, and then we will get it assembled and take a closer look at the vehicle fully assembled. So let's start with the main body, and initial thoughts on this: absolutely fantastic. Look at the details we've got going on here. Nice little bit of yellowing accent there. Silver there. Look, pistons, everything. That is absolutely phenomenal. We have some cabling around the blaster area there. The blaster does move. Nice range of movement there, but very limited to going down because it's hitting underneath, which is a shame. It would have been nice to have that pointed down a bit, but, you know, that probably would be my only gripe looking at this. We have the handlebars that move. Fantastic. The feet slightly move there for adjustment. I mean, look at the interior. Look at the, not interior, the dashboard there. Some nice coloured buttons there, screens. You know, we've got the exhaust ports, the antenna. Fantastic detail. Look at the back there. Isn't that just fantastic detail on that? When you compare this with the Clone Wars one, there's no comparison. This is by far the superior vehicle. I mean, hats off to Kenner and that they really improved on this. Just fantastic. Really, really good detail. Look at that. You know, the money you're paying, you want detail like this. You know, absolutely fantastic. Brilliant. So that's the main body. Now let's have a look at the legs. Not too much on the legs, but we still have some nice detail in there. Look at that, some silver. The feet there. Look at that. Really, really nice detail, you know. That is fantastic. And oh, we have some nice movement. Do you hear that click? That's the movement. We'll have a take a closer look at that movement when we get it assembled. And I guess the other leg is basically just the same. So just a copy, but obviously this is on the opposite side. So very nice movement on the leg. Look at that. Look, what great movement there. Fantastic. If look, the shield back there, little dots there where it's been riveted on, you know. Fantastic. Okay, now it comes also with this little blaster fire effect, which we've got two lugs there. You can see that we have two lugs on there. Come on. Sorry about the focusing. So two lugs on there, and they fit into that. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that absolutely fantastic? You know, if you want to display it like that, which, do you know what? I may just display it like that because it keeps all the parts together. That is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Now let's have a look at the stand. So quite a nice stand. Glad that they've put it down as a clear stand to try and, you know, give it a good effect that it's not there. Obviously, we have some little bit of range of movement on there. And there's this bit here. We just clip in like that. There we go. And there we are. That's the stand. That's nice. That's a nice stand, that. Nice stand. Okay, let me just, before we put this together, I want to take a look at the figure more closely. Absolutely brilliant. Look at this. Isn't that a wonderful figure? Some soft goods there. Now, obviously, you've got to have the soft goods there so he can sit on the vehicle properly. Nice helmet there. It looks like a Shore Trooper helmet, which is nice. Haven't seen that kind of body armor before, so it's nice body armor there. And he comes with his blaster, and he is number 396. And on the back, the Mandalorian and his young apprentice Grogu embark on a thrilling adventure as they travel the galaxy. Nothing to do with this figure at all, but hey ho. I do like the picture on there, and I like him on the blue background. I think that makes the white pop. You know what I mean? But that is lovely. Unpunched, as I said. So this will not be used getting open. This will go into my collection. But I do have another figure. What we put on this. In fact, I'll probably use a Shore Trooper figure to go on this just to show you. But yeah, beautiful card there with the figure. That's fantastic. Okay, right. Let's show you how to put the vehicle together. So, fairly straightforward. You can't go wrong with this. We have the legs that just pop in to each hole. So, pop one and two, and that's all there is to it. Look at this. That actually looks really nice, doesn't it? You know, absolutely brilliant. Now, does it stand up? I'll tell you what. Let's see if it stands up in the box. Just might need some adjustment. As I say, look, the range of movement is good, and it's all clicks. Look, listen, which is nice, you know. So we have articulation from 1, 2, 3, 4 points of articulation there, which is fantastic. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Absolutely brilliant. I'm liking that a lot. That is really good. Well done, Kenner. You know, they've gone to the trouble of putting some great detail on this. So obviously we've got the standing pose there, but if you want to use the stand, now it has a ball joint there, which, if you can see, we have a hole just here, and all you do is just clip this on. Easier enough said than done, he said. There we go. So if you want to have it in a running pose, then something like this. You know, I'm probably not going to use the stand myself. I'll just probably have him in the standing mode. But that is really nice. Absolutely brilliant. So let's have a look with a figure on board. Okay, so I've changed my mind. I've put a Snow Trooper on this vehicle. I think it looks better in the white. So obviously the ATRT driver is white as well. I've got to say, this looks absolutely awesome, doesn't it? The figure sits on there really, really well. You know, it's just fantastic. Like I say, that is a really nice pose, isn't it? You know, I'm really, really pleased with this. I think Kenner have done a cracking job. Look at that. Isn't that absolutely awesome? And I've also noticed that if you take a look at the snowtrooper, his armour is almost the same as the driver. Get that off. Look at that. Look, so basically what I'm saying is, apart from this top half, we have the same belt, looks like the same legs, and arms and shoulder pads, obviously just different helmet and top body armour when you have a look at the snowtrooper there. So I reckon they probably used the snowtrooper body and just changed a few parts. But yeah, look at that. That looks awesome, doesn't it? Sits on there really well. You can adjust the feet if you want. But what a pose, you know. Having this in my collection is going to be awesome. Look at that. I'm really loving this little vehicle. Yeah, well done to Kenner. Done a cracking job with that. Okay, so here I've got the vehicle in its lowest position, and this obviously is how the troopers get on and off the vehicle. But isn't that a great feature to have that right down like that, you know? And it's another poseable position if you wanted. But it just goes to show you what articulation we've got in these legs. You know, like I say, 1, 2, 3, 4 points of movement, and it's just brilliant. You know, fantastic. Really, really pleased with this. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, troopers, so what are my final thoughts on this vehicle? Great articulation on the legs. Very good. It comes with that little blaster effect on the front of the cannons, which is great. You know, you've got some options there to pose the vehicle in however style you want. Fantastic detail, you know, compared with the Clone Wars vehicle. This is just, you know, right up the top there, you know, superb. You know, Kenner, done a really great job on this. Really pleased I've got this one in my collection. Comes with a carded figure, unpunched. That's going straight into my collection. I will try and source another figure to go on this. Figure itself looks like it's the snowtrooper body with a few parts changed. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Love this vehicle. Really pleased, really pleased. There we go, troopers. I hope you've enjoyed this content. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my up and coming content. Until the next video, long live the Empire.